Welcome to the What's Happening Birmingham video podcast.
Hello, everyone. This is Jarvis S. Scott with What's Happening Birmingham today. I'm here with Council President and your District 7 Birmingham City Council Representative President Wardine Alexander. Council President Alexander, thanks for coming on today.
Hi, hello. Good to see you again.
Great. So we're into 2022 and you have hit the road running literally with shoes, feet, horses, everything.
You are so right.
So first thing I want to talk about, continuing, what's been the continuing COVID-19 response you've been working on?
Well, as you know, we continue to focus here on 3 C's in District 7, and that's community revitalization, community cleanliness, and I'm glad you're asking for an update on how we respond to COVID-19. We do know that overall COVID-19 is on a bit of a decline in the state of Alabama, but in Jefferson County, we continue to have substantial transmission rates among our residents. So those positivity rates, I've been told, remain over 10% of so many of our residents continue to be positive for COVID-19. So that's very important for us then to be sure that our residents are tested as well as receive the vaccination. The vaccinations are free. You can get them at just about any health department agency and various pop-up sites. There is one close to District 7 that's on the Bessemer Superhighway in Midfield. And that particular site is open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. You do not have to have a reservation, and they do COVID testing as well as vaccinations. So I'm continuing to encourage residents to get the vaccination, get boosted, and so that we can keep our negative rates down for our residents.
Okay, so another project you all are working on, because it's just, we've crossed the new census, is the council redistricting. I want to talk about that for a moment, why that's important and and can you dispel any myths or anything that people have been saying about,
Well, definitely reporting to the census is very important to us as a state. Primarily right now, we're going through the redistricting for the city based on those responses to the census in April 1 of 2020, where people said they lived, and they reported where they lived in April 2020. We received those results in April 2021. Based on those results and the population that said that they lived in the city of Birmingham, we're using that information to draw our district maps. Why are these important to residents? This will tell where you vote for those elections for Birmingham City Council and the Board of Education. So our 9 districts, we will map those according to the population, and then we will respond and present you with the next set of district maps for the city of Birmingham.
Now, I read somewhere, do you have to make the population equal for all 9 districts? Pretty much.
Yes, just a few facts and a little data about what we learned from that census. There are about 200,733 people that now live in the city of Birmingham. So according to the last census in 2010 to the census in 2020, we lost about 10,000 people who reported that they lived in the city. So we have to take that number of 200,000 residents, and you actually have to right size each district. According to federal law, each of our 9 districts should have about the same amount of population. So that's where the practice of looking at the maps, where people reported, those census blocks of where people reported, and that determines whether you're in District 1 through 9.
Okay, are you all having any upcoming meetings where the public can kind of see?
Well, just recently, the City Council did approve the draft map. This is the map that we've drawn so far based on that 2020 census data. There will be a public meeting on Tuesday, March 29th at 5:30 p.m. at the Birmingham Crossplex. During that time, we will be looking for input from the public. Now, already, all 9 counselors have sat down. We hired a consultant, Crim Card Consulting. Each counselor's had a time to sit down twice with those counselors and look at how their maps need to be drawn, again, to levelize the number of people that are in each district. Now we're taking the draft of that map. We approved that on Tuesday to take the draft of that map and bring it to the public. So we're seeking public input. There is a landing page on the Birmingham City Council website that you can go to. You can interactively look at the map, just see what the numbers are for each district. And then you'll be able to submit by email any comments that you have to us regarding the map. And then we'll meet with the public on that Tuesday, March 29th, to get their input. After that time, then we'll go back and look at the draft based on public input as well as input from the counselors. Then we will be voting on the permanent map. That map then will be used for any subsequent elections in 2025, as well as if we had to call for a special election during that time.
Okay, so another big thing I see that you all have done, and I think this is very monumental for the city. Normally, you know, we got the World Games coming, but we got a nice surprise with USFL. Can you tell about some of the things that you and the mayor's office work together hand in hand?
I'm so excited for the USL to be coming to the city of Birmingham. It brings back the Birmingham Stallions. I don't know how many of you are old enough to remember the Stallions. They were here in the 80s. What's unique about the USFL, it is owned by Fox and NBC. So we're not necessarily looking for individuals to own these teams. They're actually owned by the network. They will be simulcastly broadcasting all of the games that will start in April. And that season will be played here entirely in the city of Birmingham at our new protected stadium. So they'll be bringing in their 8 teams. They'll all be sort of living here in a bubble where they'll be playing between protective. There are also a few games that will be played at Lawson State. Why is this important to the city of Birmingham? Not only are we the football capital of the South, but this is expected to bring about $15 million in revenue to boost us economically here in the city. This, when you say the mayor and the council, this was actually a very collaborative effort between the city, Jefferson County, and the state. One of the few times you've seen that collaboration along with BJCC. And so I've been excited. You've heard a lot about it. The good news is children 15 and younger, they'll be in for free. And a regular ticket only costs $10. So we're looking at family packages, the way we can promote this for our residents. We want this to be something that our citizens of Birmingham not only can be proud of, but can enjoy.
Now, are some of the games going to be at Legion Field too? Are they going to?
Yes, we have about 8 games at Legion Field. The primary part of the season will be played at Protective, but we also have some games that'll be played at Legion Field. So you'll be able to take advantage of either of our 2 great facilities to enjoy some good professional sports.
Yeah, I think that's going to be really exciting. You know, I can't beat the price for $10.
I know. $10. When can you get a ticket like that in town and see some professional players? Actually, I think the USFL did just have a draft recently.
Yeah,
we have Coach Holtz will be our coach. And so we're just looking forward to them coming into the city. The thing I like about the USFL, they're investing in our students. They'll be doing a lot of community engagement. They'll be going, talking to our middle school, high school students, talking about the varied number of careers you have in professional sports. Not only can you succeed by playing on the field, but we want to focus on those off the field careers that our students can be engaged in and work towards.
Okay, so I want to go to your district, District 7. Let's say on the move. What's some new things going on in your district?
Well, we continue again to focus on the 3 C's. Here's an update I really want to give, and you'll hear more about this. I've had a lot of concerns about the state or the condition of the poor roads along Jefferson Avenue. We've been talking now for about 2 years about what we can do to improve those conditions on Jefferson Avenue. I reached out to Mayor Woodland, and he gave me a report from the Birmingham Department of Transportation. We do look for that paving to start. It will be in the 3rd quarter of the year. I'd hope that it would be in the spring, but it looks like it will be between September and October. But we do look to pave Jefferson Avenue between 30th and 41st Street. So that's about 10 blocks of Jefferson Avenue that's truly in need of paving. That's still on the books. I know we keep telling you to wait and wait, but I will be the first one out there. And we're going to talk about that a little more in D7 on the Move later in March.
Okay, then also you all got the American Rescue Plan dollars as well, and that's going to help
Yes.
overall the city.
Yes. Well, as you know, we did approve that first tranche of money that we received from the federal government. We expect the next of that to come in later in April, later in the second quarter of the year. And we have a meeting coming up this week where we'll be meeting with Mayor Woodfin, and we'll have a workshop. And we'll be talking about each district has been given $1 million to spend using those ARPA dollars. And so each of the counselors will be sitting down with the mayor and the team to look at where we want to spend those dollars. You may ask, what do I want to do with that in D7? We have a lot of need in D7. And so I'd like to start first in what we do with our storm sewer systems. We have a lot of flooding in the district. So I'll be looking at some targeted areas where we can do some flood mitigation in those areas. Also, there's some park improvements that I like to make within one of the parks here in D7, and look at some of the lighting that's in some of our neighborhoods. So I'm going to spend that money up very quickly, but we expect to get more money. And again, that's just the District 7. There's other money overall that will be used in the city that we'll also be able to spread into the district.
Okay. So as always, how can we help you? How can the citizens help you?
Well, thank you for asking me that. I do ask you to continue to reach out to our office at 205-254-2498. I have staff that are ready and willing to talk with you, to listen to you and hear your issues. I'm excited. The mayor has talked about a new and improved 311 system. It's going to be more interactive. You'll be able to take a picture or record directly from your phone, and that address would go straight to 311, and they'll be able to provide information. And it's also it'll be a lot like a tracking system. When you're waiting on a package from FedEx or from someone else, you'll be able to track your issue. So we're looking forward to that being implemented. But until that time, I know we all get frustrated with 311. I use it myself, and we're excited to see this new program that's going to start very soon. But in the meantime, feel free to call my office at 205-254-2498. We're ready to hear from you.
Well, we thank you for the dual job you do.
Well, thank you. Again, I just want to let everyone know I continue to, it's a pleasure and a privilege to be able to serve the residents of District 7. And remember, we always want to be part of the solution and not just talk about the problem.
Well, I want to thank you for coming on. And what's that date for the redistricting again?
Again, that is Tuesday, March 29th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. at the Birmingham Crossplex. And you can go to the Birmingham website, birminghamal, all one word, .gov, and click on redistricting, and it will take you to the landing page for that information. Okay,
you all please check out, because they offer input. Ain't like they just putting this draft together and say, this is what's going to be. They want to hear your input, so they can have something where everybody knows, be on one page. So
we definitely want to hear from everyone.
Yeah, so Council President, thank you for coming on today. Thank you all for watching this podcast. Please check out what'shappeningbirmingham.com for more interviews. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And you all know I'm on Apple Podcasts now. Thank you all again and have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching the What's Happening Birmingham video podcast. Please check out our website, app, or subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest videos today.